Good morning, my dear children. Welcome back. In today's session, we are going to continue our learning process of PowerPoint, Advanced PowerPoint, which is chapter 5 in your book, and this is part 2 of the video series. Come children, let us learn. Before going into today's session, let us have a recap of what we learned in the last one. We learned about PowerPoint. We learned that it is a presentation software which is part of MS Office package. We also learned about animation and transition. Animation is the ability to move objects in a slide without direct intervention during a presentation. There are 3 ways to animate an object, that is animation scheme, custom animation and slide transition. We learned about animation scheme and custom transition in the last class. This session we will learn about slide transition. Transition is the effect to move a slide without direct intervention during a presentation. So if you move object in a slide, it is animation. If you move a slide, it is transition. Now children, let us see how can we modify an effect that is applied. For example, to set the direction, click on the down pointing arrow of the direction box and choose the direction. It could be horizontal or vertical. To set the start of an effect, again you click on the down pointing arrow of start box, choose the required option on click with previous or after previous. To set the speed, click on down pointing arrow of speed box, choose the required option. So you can set the direction, you can start an effect as well as set the speed of an effect. Now let us see how to set the animation. Now parts of computer is what we are going to animate. You come to the different animation options here and you can see more entrance effect and you can click on the option which you find nice. Here I have chosen circle. This is how you set the animation for a particular object. We will choose one more time and I can see swirl or maybe fly out. If you choose that, you can see the effects. You can find different options are given there and you can choose any one from that. This is how you set the animation. Now let us learn about slide transition. Now dear children, slide transition is used to create an organized presentation. You can have an organized presentation by using slide transition. And it is used to move from one slide to another. You know, PowerPoint is a collection of number of slides. And how you move from one slide to another, that is what slide transition decides. You can affect the timings of slides entrance as well as exit. You can fix the time when the slide has to enter and the slide has to exit. And effects can be applied to some slides or all of the slides altogether. Click on slideshow, slide transition, or in the task pane, click on the down pointing arrow and select the slide transition. You can find different transitions like cut, fade, push, box, ripple, checkerboard, honeycomb, switch, etc. Horizontal, vertical, box in, box out, and the list is endless. Now we will see how we can apply slide transition to the slides. Here you can, I have got 3 slides here and I am going to slide transition. There are different effects that are available. I will choose blinds. You can see how it is appearing. Now if I click on apply to all, it is applied to all. Suppose I am not clicking that, going to the next slide and I am clicking on clock. And third slide I will click on, maybe the effect is shred. So here you can see first one is, I will go to slideshow and from beginning if you see, shred. This is there. Then next one, earlier we had applied. Now that is the effect of the options I have set for transition. When you click on the effect, you can see the effect applied. To replay the applied transition, click on play. Use apply to apply on all slides. Under modified transition, you can set the speed as well as the sound of the transitions. And children, underneath the advanced slide options, you can set the timings for different slides on mouse click or automatically after. Dears, to preview the presentation, you can click on slideshow option and you can preview it. Now let us learn about the keyboard shortcuts. Now F5 key, if you press, you can preview a slideshow just by clicking on F5 key. To move to the next slide, you press N. What about the previous slide? You press P. To hide the pointer and buttons permanently, you press Ctrl and L. To hide the pointer and buttons temporarily, you press Ctrl H. Now to change the pointer to arrow, you press Ctrl A. To change the pointer to pen, you press Ctrl P. I repeat, what are the keyboard shortcuts? To preview, F5, move to the next slide, N, move to the previous slide, P, hide pointer and buttons permanently, Ctrl plus L, hide pointer and buttons temporarily, Ctrl plus H, to change pointer to arrow, Ctrl plus A, to change pointer to pen, Ctrl plus P. Now children, let us learn how to preview a slideshow. To have an idea of how your presentation is going to look, you preview your show like we have when the movies are released. You have a teaser for that, right? They'll be showing you the important clippings and it will intrigue our curiosity. We'll be more curious to watch it. To preview, go to slideshow menu and click on view show or click on slideshow button to start the presentation. Just have to click on the slideshow and give from beginning or from current slide. Now let us see how we can set up a slideshow. Once a slideshow is created, previewed, you must set up the show. To set up a show, click on slideshow menu, click on set up show. In the setup show, you have show type, that is by speaker or which slide to show, how to advance your slides. You can choose from the options that were given. Now it is assignment time, a small assignment for you. List the keyboard shortcuts for PowerPoint. To preview a slideshow, to move to the next slide, to move to the previous slide, to hide the pointer and buttons permanently, hide the pointer and buttons temporarily, to change the pointer to arrow, to change the pointer to pen. List it down in your classwork. That's all for today's session, my dear children. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Samachir Kalvi Guide. Thank you. Stay blessed.